threes tonight. Program record 12 threes in the first half tonight. Career highs for Andre and Benny. And the 19 made threes are tied for the most by any team in the country this year. From left to right, Andrej Stojakovic, Benny Gealer, Maxime Raynaud. We'll open it up for questions.
All right, so was all the hoopla around Bronny the reason why you guys came out so strong in this game? Because, this is one game we haven't seen like this in years.
I think because USC has a really good recruiting class this year, I think that's what surrounded the hype. I mean, obviously, Bronny's a great player, but they have other players like Isaiah Collier and transfer Dennis Rodman. So I think that's the initial hype, and then just a chance for the first time this year for just to show college basketball what our fan base is truly about. So when you get a team like that coming in here, not really expecting much. We lost last time in LA, so just a great show out, and really proud of the guys how they responded from the last game.
I will add to that. I think this game had like a particular meaning was like the throwback jerseys. I think you guys saw also like a lot of students, a lot of people came to the games. Before the game, like our gear manager Roy Abusamra did like an amazing job, like getting us all these like jerseys, like retro shoes as well, like everything, all these gears. And I think the build up to this game, like we're not only playing for ourselves, we're also playing for like the whole staff that is like doing an amazing job to put us in those like perfect conditions to play. So like a big shout out to them. Yeah.
Over a 7-minute scoreless stretch for USC in the first half. Can you talk about the defensive effort?
I think we talked about it at halftime. The guy that came out of the bench just came out with like a crazy energy. We have something we call turkeys, which means we get 3 stops in a row. We got 5 of them in the first half, which is probably our season best, I would say. They just all came out with an amazing energy, rebounded the ball really hard. Everybody knew the scouting report by heart. We're flying around, rotation 1 points. I mean, I think that's what made the real difference during the game. And it shows us that we can also be like a great defensive team. We've always been like a great shooting team. Now, if we can get both together, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I agree with him as well. Just the coaches prepared us really well. Amazing communication, team defense. We knew what we had to do, and we took care of business. So it was good to see jumps on the defensive end as well as the offensive end, which we need to happen, pushing towards the end of the season for us to be a complete team and go as far as we want to go.
Benny, just 4 of 6 from deep tonight. What's been kind of the key to your kind of growth as a perimeter shooter over the course of the season?
First, my teammates just making the right play, giving me easy opportunities to make shots. I think all my shots today were, assisted from other teammates, and then just, keep being in the gym, getting reps, so it's muscle memory, just a lot of reps.
So my team, one baby hook away from being a perfect game, and I was trying to figure out what perfect means in French. But what happened on that shot, and did you think about that throughout the game, or did you not even realize that you were perfect from the field before that miss?
I wouldn't say I realized it. I think I felt it a little bit. I thought I had a hot hand from 3 in the first half, just 2 for 2, and then started shooting some fadeaways. Like, I'm not gonna say I can't make them, but it was kind of crazy. I think that hook was a little bit short. Maybe get a little bit lower, bump him a little bit more, would have make it. But I was not really worried about missing a shot or not. I was just worried about getting the right one. I think Benny said something that's really true. Like, most of our shots are assisted, especially me as a big and in our system. So I'm really just trying to like get to the right spot at the right time. If I miss it, so be it. As long as it's a good shot, would have been nice, but whatever. As long as we get the win, it's fine.
And what is the word for perfect?
Parfait. Parfait.
Okay.
It's pretty similar, yeah.
Okay, next time.
Did you guys anticipate shooting 38 threes today? Was that the case of just once it rains, it pours?
I think the coaching staff does a good job giving us confidence, and we pride ourselves on shooting a lot of threes because we're a really good shooting team. So obviously we don't always want to make it a 3-point shooting battle, but if that's the case, I think we're equipped with the right guys to compete with anyone in the country when that comes up.
Andre, real kind of good bounce back performance from you from the last game. What was kind of key to your success today on the court, you think?
Yeah, I think, like I said, the coaches and my teammates do a really good job of instilling confidence in me when I have games like that. Obviously shots weren't falling and had some tough ones against Arizona in the previous one, but just keep going. All the guys on the team work out game speed, practice game speed, just to make the game easier. So in moments like today, and big game, anticipated game, we were ready.
So you guys had a great lead at halftime. So what was said at halftime? I mean, was there any kind of adjustments he wanted you guys to make, or did he say you guys are playing great? A coach always finds something.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry, yeah. I mean, he also, I think the first thing he said was that they got a couple, hot shooters over there, and he was like, yeah, they cannot get shots in the second half, same as we did in the first. We had a pretty bad stretch with our ball screen defense over the past 2 games, so he was just, giving us advice on that. I don't think our coaching staff really settle in these kind of games. I think they're just trying to use it as just extra practice to improve. And yeah, if you want to be a great team, you got to be able to win by 60 when you're up 30 at half. So just trying to make the right plays, trying to stay on defense, defending hard and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I think another thing as well is we were holding everyone accountable, which was great to see. We're talking to each other, person makes a mistake, we're correcting it. It was good to have that team camaraderie of everyone, keeping each other accountable and just continue to play hard in the second half, not letting in or letting up.
What does it mean for you guys to see Roy and Josue go in the final minutes and try to make that 3?
Legend.
I mean, they're there every day at practice, working their butts off. So it's awesome to see them, getting rewarded, and it's fun playing with them as well. Some of the best people you'll ever meet. So it just, what goes around comes around. It's amazing. Feels good for us as well.
I will add on top of that, I'm probably the oldest here, so I think they did not necessarily know them when they were managers at first before being players. And the craziest thing about it is their investment throughout every single step of the process. When they were managers, just rebounding for us, always being available, coming to team events, all these kind of things. He said it some of the nicest people you'll ever see. And then once they made a team, kept the same energy, being hungry, getting us better and getting better too. I mean, Roy making shots, So yeah, enormous respect to them. They're amazing. They're part of the team 100%.
Just in general, how much do you guys feed off of the energy of the crowd?
It was different for sure. I mean, we loved it. I knew we were all excited to play this one. Just seeing all these Stanford fans, supporting. It really felt like a home crowd. The best crowd I've played in front of this season for sure. So it felt great. It it's contagious. The energy's contagious.
Awesome. Thank you guys. We'll be back with Coach
Thanks
in a
so
minute.
much.
Coach Jerod Haase. Coach, would you start with an opening statement?
The crowd was a home court advantage today. It was really cool. Our guys fed off that energy. Obviously, there was an excitement in the building. Once we had success, our team fed off that energy. The crowd fed off that energy as well. But a deep and sincere thank you to all the fans, all the students that came out tonight and supported the team. It was a big, big deal. As the year goes on, one of the things for the vast majority of the teams is you go through, the highs and lows of a season, and we just lost back-to-back games. And a lot of times when that happens, you see splintering, you see blaming and complaining, excuses. And our practice yesterday was maybe the best one of the season. And our guys were focused, nothing over the top crazy, but just business-like, did their job, unbelievable in their approach. And I thought that was that made a big impact on our play. So proud of the guys and how they approached adversity coming into this game. And obviously we played exceptionally well, shooting the ball like that. Kind of is a game-changing kind of a thing.
So, Coach, this time last week, around this time last week, USC's women's team came up there and they had a high-profile freshman. And then the men's side today with Bronny coming in, and a lot of people were here to see him or to boo him. So, what was your message to the players before the game that don't get caught up in what's going on around here, or you just said feed into it?
No, feed into it. Shoot, there's energy in the building. Feed into it. You don't have fun with it. I mean, candidly, I didn't really address it. I mean, our guys, we're going to go out with another game, but they're certainly fed off the energy, and that was a positive in the game.
More than 7 minutes scoreless stretch in the first half for USC, forced 6 or 7 turnovers during that period. How would you evaluate your defense there in the first half?
It was good. I thought we were active in the first half. We had a few breakdowns defensively, I think, around the rim where we fouled and made a couple silly plays. But I thought defensively we were exceptionally active, challenging the shots, the players that we wanted to try and eliminate three-point attempts. I thought we were pretty good with that. So, but the activity, I think, is really where it started, the excitement and activity.
How late when you got from Stojakovic tonight, what was kind of the key to his kind of bounce back performance in the fourth?
Andre's process. I mean, he's like every player, and certainly, most freshmen, there's always a ebb and flow to the season. There's good games, there's bad games, there's wins, there's losses, and you never see the residual effects of good or bad with Andre. He's going to come in with a smile, a willingness to learn, an eagerness to learn, and he's fun to coach. He'll continue to, just like all of our players and every other player in the country, have a little bit of a highs and lows, and as time goes on, hopefully we can normalize those and minimize those, and but continue on the ascent northward.
So, Coach, 50% from three, and while this is going on, Steph was making threes up in San Francisco. But 38 attempts, is that a good number for you, or do you think that's higher than you would expect, or how does it work?
If we shoot 50% from three, I'd want to shoot about 200 or 300. So we're a little bit short of that number. But looking at a normal game, we're not going to be able to get up that many attempts probably from the three-point line. But this team knows, especially if we've done something to try and attack the paint, and the three-point shot is a byproduct of it. There's certainly a few of the shots that were just a little bit silly that we don't want to shoot. But other than that, I don't have a magic number in mind at all.
Third straight 20-point game for Maxime. What are you seeing from him recently?
Getting better. He loves the game right now. He loves the process of improving. He's in there working before and after practice. I really feel like he's fallen in love with the process of getting better right now. It's always easier when that is coupled with success, and he's been having some success. And I know this week he's going to get back in and continue to work. And the neat part is it's not with. I think this is generally the case for most of our guys. It's not a job. It's not a I have to go work. I have to go to practice. I think there's an enjoyment even when times are tough, that they get to spend time with their teammates. I think there's a nice environment with our practices and our culture, and I think Maxime is an example of just enjoying the process along the way.
You guys helped Bill Gealer to 7 points. He came in as the leading scorer, 16. Just what was kind of key to your guys' ability to contain it?
We got a couple clean looks that I didn't want in the second half, but our guys did a great job understanding the scouting report in terms of the details of how we're getting around screens, whether it's off-ball or on-ball screens. The communication was pretty good. In the second half, I thought we got a little bit loose at times, and he got loose to the basket a little bit, but he's an elite player. Certainly a ton of respect from me and the program, but our guys did a nice job of executing the game plan and then providing the effort to get it done.
A couple of minutes of action for both Roy and Josue tonight. What does that mean to you guys to get that?
Pretty cool. I mean, Roy and Josue are such valuable members of our program. And we can certainly tell them and make them feel good, but it certainly is validated and makes them, know that they feel good at the end of the game. And for Roy to hit that shot is pretty awesome. But those are two members of our team that are valued. But it certainly is, again, another nice step when they can get in the game and have some success, as opposed to just, going through the gritty stuff of practice and, getting hit on box outs. It's nice for them to get out there.
All right, Coach, one game above 500 overall and in the conference play. So what do you feel like the scenario will be going down the stretch when, try to get positioning for the conference tournament or position for NCAA tournament, hopefully?
Yeah. Keep working. Commit to our process. Understand it's going to be a grind the last few weeks here. We should have some confidence that when we are playing well, we can go toe-to-toe with anybody. But there's an excitement about just getting to work and getting back to work once we get out there. But the next plan is to have a really good practice next time we meet.
39 points off the bench, they had 27. How much of an emphasis is there off the bench scoring
Yeah, we have a ton of confidence in the bench. It's not a preconceived notion of we need a certain player on a certain game, but I do think our bench has some weapons on both ends of the floor, and when they can add a scoring punch, it definitely helps.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.